what your appeal rights are, how much time you have to appeal. They typically all have some sort of appeal rights where you can appeal internally with the company themselves before you would have to take any type of civil action.
Okay.
So
The civil action claim would be a breach of contract claim. And, you know, some of these companies are more upstanding than others, and you have a real you meet the disability and they do what an insurance company is supposed to do. They pay the claim. Other companies are in the business of taking premiums and denying claims, and they sometimes wrongfully deny the claim. So you should definitely take advantage, have Jeff take a look at the definition and see whether there's a potential claim there to still recover the money.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
all right,
You're welcome.
so call 888-235-4357. 888-235-4357. I'm more than happy to speak to you. You'll email or fax me over your policy and all these other documents, and I can take a look at it and see what needs to be done.
Did you get that number, Stephanie?
Yes, I did. Thank you so much.
All right. We wish you nothing but the best. Thank you very much for
Okay.
calling. Get our number 313-778-7600. We got time for another call or two just before we get out of here, but not much time. And Jeff, I'm going to get back to you. What is the benefit of getting into this early? Because you said you have to be disabled for a year, yet you start to look at 6 months. Should I immediately, upon becoming injured, contact you or wait for the 6 months?
I think you've got to wait a little bit, but it all depends on the injury, not after you've only been off of a week. But I would say 3 to 4 months, you're starting to get a good understanding as to how you're doing. I think that's a good time to talk. So that's it. It's important, though, to file because, for an SSI claim, the law only allows you to get benefits as far back as when you file your claim going forward. For Social Security disability benefits, the law allows you to recapture a maximum of 1 year of past due benefits before you file your application. So the earlier you file, the better off it is for you.
So quite often, Jeff, people will get injured in an accident, like an automobile accident. And they're, of course, the first they think of is they're going to call a personal injury attorney. The question is can you pursue both a personal injury claim and Social Security disability at the same time?
Absolutely, you can. Now, there may be some coordination of benefits between the two, but you might as well apply for both. You might as well apply for any and all type of benefits that you could legally be entitled to. So what if they coordinate? You may have to pay back some. Sometimes you'll get one benefit before another, or one benefit pays you more than another. You might as well explore all of your options if you're unable to work.
You know, there's two things that came up in our conversation. One, Brian, when you mentioned the situation where people are dealing with debt problems, and Jeff, you mentioned as well, as much as you need to probably wait 6 months before you pursue that disability claim to see where you're going, that's not necessarily true when it comes to your debt situation. If all of a sudden you've taken on an illness or you've gotten injured and you can't work and your income is stopped, and all that's going to happen in the months going forward is whatever savings you have is going to go out the door. You may need to wait 6 months before you file the disability claim and look at that. But you should get in and talk to Brian and look at it and say, hey, where am I in my budget? I have these credit card bills. I don't have any income coming in. What should I do? I'm telling you right now, you should not continue making the payments until you first talk to Brian to find out whether there's an alternative. You have to look out for yourself. So many people think that they get $10,000 in the bank, and until the $10,000 is down to $1,300, they keep writing the checks, and they're saying, oh, I'm not going to worry about it. And then at $1,300, they're panicking.
Right.
I would much rather have you write the check from $10,000 down to $9,950 and then panic, come in and let us look at it and say, let's save that $9,900.
Let's see if we can take a quick call from Erica before we run out of time. Hey, Erica, thanks for calling. You're on with the good guys from Thad Gross.
Hi, thank you for taking my call. I have a friend who owes the IRS about $800 for previous year's work, and she has not been employed for at least 2 years. I'm wondering, can I, although I'm on a fixed income, I haven't volunteered yet, but can I pay the IRS her back tax without, being any type of penalty for myself?
Well, the answer is anybody can do that for anybody. It may be an form of income if it's too much of a gift to her. But that being said, your friend who doesn't have an income and can't work can probably make a simple phone call to the IRS, and they'll put her into what's called currently not collectible status, meaning that she won't have to pay the bill at all, rather than having somebody else pay it. And for that small of an amount, IRS, there's literally just go on the website, irs.gov. The contact information is right there, and they'll work with her. For anything larger, when you're talking about $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 worth of tax obligations or more, you certainly don't want to contact the service directly yourself. You want to make sure that you're using a tax attorney like ourselves to deal with the problem, because things that you say to the IRS can actually hurt you.
Right.
So hope that helps you.
Oh, yeah. And try for the non-collectible status first, Erica. I think that sounds like the right advice from Brian.
But I think you get the star of the day, Erica, for being a nice person.
Yes.
Not currently acceptable, you say?
Currently not collectible.
Currently not collectible.
Yes.
Okay, I will. Okay,
And-
thank you so
Oh,
much.
and I hope everybody in the world has a friend like you, Erica. I certainly appreciate your call.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
hope
I
you-
do.
In fact, Erica, I happen to have a tax bill that,
Yes, I'd help you if I could.
I
really
bless
would.
you, Erica. I know you would. Thank you so much for the call. We have run out of time, and I appreciate all the callers. Let me go around the horn. Jeff, any final thoughts or words you want to share before we got to get out of here?
Well, everyone, be careful tonight. The snow is coming. Believe it or not, schools are already being closed. But the theme of the year is taking care of yourself. The government is not going to take care of you. Other people aren't going to take care of you, even though we've got a wonderful woman that just called, wants to help out a little bit. Most people need more than just a little bit of help. You have to be proactive. Please be proactive. Please be safe, and have a wonderful weekend.
All right, Brother Brian, any final thoughts?
With Snowmageddon coming, everybody enjoy the fact that the kids will be out of school tomorrow because the school systems are already closing. We'll probably get 1/4 of an inch of snow and nothing will happen. But for everybody, just enjoy the rest of the week. Enjoy the weekend. Go Blue on the hockey game on Saturday.
And the Grand Poobah, Mr. Ken Gross.
we didn't spend any political